Welcome back everybody to another episode, I believe episode 3 of our Let's Build world. And today we are going to be going over that little ugly house over there, a couple generators I have over here, and then the iron farm. Last episode we went over the storage system, we went over the stables, we went over the cow farm, and we talked about a lot of cool stuff and a lot of future stuff. So let's go ahead and head over there, and I'll give you some background of what I've been doing over there and kind of how they came to be, things like that. Next episode, I will go over the farms right here that I'm working on, and that's probably going to take a whole episode just to go over that, because there's a lot of working components in here. I kind of want to show you guys and what I'm planning on doing and stuff like that. Then episode 5, we'll start on making new things and adding new things to this world. So I'm really excited about that. I'm just really trying to catch you guys up on all this, and I don't want a 1-hour episode of everything we have going on right here. That's all for that. I'll show you guys that next episode. One thing I started doing, I did back in the day, I did like a tutorial on a cobblestone generator. So I randomly built one right here because one of the guys I play with, Dorley Chow, he built his house thing right there, and he needed a lot of cobblestone but didn't want to run all the way back over there to the mine. So what he did was had me build this, and how it works is you just clip it and it automatically makes new cobblestone for you. It's kind of slow, but if you just need like 10 or something, it works pretty well. And it's kind of neat just to have, like, maybe in your house or something like that. I'm probably gonna build something like this in my house, just have like a whole wall of it. I think that'd be pretty neat, where you can like destroy the pillars outside your house, and you know, if you just need something and it just rebuilds. It's kind of neat. I'll see if I can maybe show you guys some of the redstone in here. Basically there's water right here, lava right here, and there's a piston that pushes up, and there's a clock that's a really old school clock, not a redstone clock or anything, that operates this. So anytime that flashes, the piston pushes up. So as soon as a cobblestone block's made from the water and lava, it pushes up, and that block right there, the glowstone, that's the max height that it can go to. So it won't push up past that block, and it's really easy to build. If you guys want me to remake a tutorial on this, let me know. It can kind of be a pain because anytime you're working with lava and water and redstone at the same time, if you mess one thing up, everything's just gonna go to crap, and it's a headache. So that's basically that. Oh my god. Like I said, let's see if it still works. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Okay, it still works. Thank God. Alright, so anyway, like I was saying, one of my friends, his name is Dorley Chow, he built this over here, and this is one of his houses. I believe my horse Chopstick died in one of these caves. I walked into a cave, I came back out, and I found that he jumped down into a pit of lava. And I never found his body. There's a cross there where he died. And well, I believe this used to be a lake at one point, actually, and then we put this here, and so we stopped flooding it so we can actually mine this out. That's what that was. I think he died over there. I'll show that in a later episode. It was so bad. But he built this house right here. We kind of got the same design from the iron farm with the flame, stuff like that. And then we just took a a redstone block, put it right there. But it's very unfinished. I'm probably going to turn this into a potion room, is what I'm planning on doing, like an industrial potion room. But he started like building out back here, and I walked out here one day and there's just a bunch of trees with no tree shrubs on the top, no leaves, just the trunk. And that's how I figured out where all the shrubs came from, like going across the walkway. So he was the first one that did that, started putting shrubs on the sides of the walkway, because he chopped down an entire forest and just stripped the leaves off of them and didn't cut down the tree. But I don't know, we might keep this and keep building out on it and make something down here, or I just don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It kind of looks ugly to me, but at the same time it kind of looks cool. It's kind of neat when you walk in. If anything, I'd probably flatten out this roof instead of having it so housey looking, I guess. But other than that, I kind of like the way it, I don't know, it's kind of neat. So we might keep that. Let's see if there's anything in here. Yeah, there's some stuff in there. Yeah, like this side needs to be finished. It's kind of just floating. I remember helping him build this, and that's how those torches work. Oh, we just laid down a nether rack and just lit it on fire. That's how this works. Okay, that makes sense. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the iron farm. And you guys know why I made this, because of storage system. I needed a bunch of iron, and now I just have it, and it's been a great investment. I recommend making something like this, maybe not so big in your survival world. The resources really wasn't that bad, but it's just a great thing to have. There was a path leading right here, but I needed to expand out on this farm a little bit. I'll explain why in the next episode. So I'm going to kind of make this path kind of veer out and connect back. But I'm going to show you guys how this works and everything behind it and why I made it and exactly how. And I really hope you enjoy it. It's just really neat. You can see them in there now, the iron golems. But before I show you that, before I had all this lighting hooked up, I had a daylight sensor here to start on it, because I never knew how to do like lighting with the daylight sensor. And I believe I had it right here, is where I had the daylight sensor. And I had all the redstone, had all the redstone running down here, and it went underneath the blocks, and that's how I tried running all this at first. I had no idea how to do it, but I started doing it, and now I have my daylight sensor leading the whole power supply for these. It's right over there by the base of the stairs, which I should have shown you guys that, but it's really easy to make that. If you want me to show you how to do lighting, I can definitely do that. It's really easy. But yeah, iron farm. How this works, and sometimes you'll glitch up like this, but how this works is whenever these guys die, this piston will push in and out. When it goes in, these guys will fall down here and they will just sit in there. They'll flow forward because of the water, but as soon as this piston pushes out, it'll kill them. And all the stuff that they drop will go into these two hoppers right here. And all that stuff flows into this chest. So, as you can see, I checked this yesterday, and we have, how many stacks? 7 stacks of iron, which is about 400 to 500 iron, in just that little amount of time. And you get flowers from them too. I heard that the flower like represents their heart. So you can see right here how many flowers we get. And it's a crazy amount. But basically how it works is, in those cubes coming off the side, there's villagers, about 4 to 5. And anytime you have villagers in an area and you have a certain amount of doors, it represents a village. And what will happen is that an iron golem will naturally spawn. So up there's like a water pad, and the iron golem will spawn on the pad. It'll flow down the tube, which we'll go ahead and head over there. It'll flow down this tube right there, and you can see the hole. And it'll come down here. It'll float on this water path, and the lava weakens it, so whenever it reaches the piston, it doesn't sit there and just take the piston for like 10 minutes. It'll just kill it within a decent amount of time, 1 piston cycle. And that's basically how it works. So there's 2 water pads, one at the very top, one in the middle, so there's twice the amount of chance of an iron golem to spawn. And then I also made the one over there, so it puts out a pretty decent amount. I don't see why you would need any more iron than that. But over here behind the back, I have my little maintenance area. If you walk in here, I've had animals get in here before. I need to put a door on that. Definitely. This is not really pretty in here. I probably need to do that too. But how this, you guys probably seen this. It's just a redstone clock. If I take this, sometimes it'll lock up like this. I don't know why, but it usually fixes itself when I exit out and reload. Once all of these roses empty out into this hopper, because as you can see, these hoppers are facing each other. So once this one fills up and this one empties, this redstone, the pistons will push over. And when it pushes over, it'll lose power to the pistons up top, and the pistons will retract. And when that does, the iron golems will fall down, and whenever it's done again, it'll push back out and kill the golem. So we'll run up there really quick and kind of see this in action really quick. It only takes a minute. As you can see, they're pushed down, and the pistons should come back out now any second, and then I'll start killing them. Sometimes iron golems, they'll take more damage. Oh, we just dropped another one. Sometimes they'll take more damage than others, so when this pushes out, it might not kill all of them. But all you do is just take your pickaxe and just hit them really quick, or whatever you got, and it'll kill them pretty quick. See, all the stuff flows down there. See, like some, yeah, there we go, they all died. So it all flows down, and it usually takes a second, but you can see all of it filtering into this chest. How much are we going to get? So 18, 18 for 4 on golems. That's not bad. It's about 4.5 per golem. But I want to show you what I kind of want to do to it, just to make it a little bit better. But like I was saying, you still have to like reset it every once in a while if it'll mess up. But that doesn't stop you from getting iron, because what they'll do is just box up right there on top of the piston. And what they'll do is just eventually burn to death on the lava, and their drops will still fall down, and you'll still get them. But it's a little bit frustrating. It doesn't work sometimes, but I think what I'm going to do is redo this clock a little bit and just make it more efficient so it doesn't do that. Maybe a little bit less. Make it more simpler, I guess. And let's see. I wanted to do it to where the drops fall down, and I have the chest right here. For that one, I also have a chest over here. What I wanted to do is automatically sort the iron from the flowers, so I don't have to sit there and organize it every time. That's a small little complaint about it, but other than that, it's really simple. I've never seen like one that had this room before that automatically kills them. I've just seen them where it drops down, and then you just have to run over there every once in a while and kill them. But I made this one to where it automatically kills them, and then automatically goes in the chest for you. And it's just way simpler. I really like it. Like I was saying, I need to clean up this room a little bit, make it less crap. Like, oh my god, they just flow in here. But it's a really cool build. I'll show you some of the stuff that really sucked about it, and that includes getting villagers over here. So this I call my little love house. What I had to do, and I'll show you guys really quick, I had to find a village in order to get villagers, and so I had to travel, I believe, 1,500 blocks in this direction. I'll see if there's still rails over there. Blocks in this direction, and put a villager in a cart. Yep, here's the rail still. I had to put a villager in a cart, and one at a time push them all the way back here into that house over there. So you could see that the rail track, I was digging it up as I was going, so we only had like 300, so we dig up 300, remake it, but it stretches all the way over there for 1,500 blocks in one direction, not including all this twisting and turning and stuff. It took forever. It was crazy. And that little beacon over there, we found a mine, what were they called? A mine shaft that had like all the rails and stuff in it. That's what that was. So whenever I got them over here, I needed to find a way to breed them. So I got 2 together. And what I needed to do is get 2 for every pod, because a villager will eventually breed together with the other one. If they're together and there's doors around. Once there's doors around, they'll breed. Because they're like, it's a villager, it's a village, we need to repopulate this place, so they'll start breeding together. So I took this house, I built this, I had a door on it, and I had doors on the entire roof. I probably had like 30 doors on it. So there'd be like 2 villagers in here, and, you know, they would tell themselves, you wouldn't hear them talking, but, you know, in their heads they think, this is a village, there's only 2 of us, we need to repopulate. So they would repopulate, have babies and stuff, and I basically trapped them here in this house to make love and have babies. I know that sounds really bad, but at first it didn't work, so what I was doing was, here's one. I took a few and I put them down this cave, and then I would just like seal it up, and hopefully they would have babies in there. I did that a couple times. There's another one around here somewhere where I just stuck them down in a cave and made them have babies, but the house worked out the best. So whenever they were fully bred, I took a rail and made a rail system all the way up to the pods, and that's how that worked. But right now I don't ever use it now because I don't have a reason to use it. I'm gonna make like a villager catching system so I can like trade all the different kinds of villagers and get the bottles of enchanting, but that's gonna be a little bit later on. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I need to fix that back. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to make for this or show you guys. I think that's pretty much it. There's a couple videos out there on how to make these. If you want me to show you how to make them, I can in a later video. But they just take a really long time to build, especially when it's on survival. You know, you're up in the air that far, dancing around, trying to make all these. The hardest part is probably getting all the glass together. That was really hard for me just starting off. I made this as soon as I started the storage system, which is pretty much right when I started this world. So to go from that little shack over there by the swamp to starting to build something this big, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do so early on, but it's been really useful to me. I never have to worry about getting iron or mining anymore for iron. I always have a really great supply of iron all the time. And I apologize for it being so dark. I haven't wired any of this up yet, these blocks. But I think that's all I want to show you guys this episode. Next episode, we're going to go over the wheat farms and what we're planning on doing there for the future. Thanks for watching so much. If you haven't yet, again, please subscribe. If there's anything in this video you would like to see me build in the Minecraft for Dummies tutorials, please let me know and I'll make sure to do that. And as always guys, happy crafting.